Well, guys, it's amazing to me that so many people still refuse to prepare. I mean, what is the mindset of people that can look around and see everything going on right now around the world and here in the United States, see it in their own bank account getting less and less all the time. They're spending more and more because of inflation. They can go see, empty shelves. They can look at the nightly news and see about wars and rumors of wars. I mean, it's all right there, but people still get refused to prepare. I don't understand the mindset myself because to me it doesn't make any sense. I want to be prepared. I don't want to be reliant on government because as we see what's happening now in North Carolina after Hurricane Helene, the federal government, the local government isn't much help at all. And they'll actually try to block people from actually helping because they want to be in control. They want to dictate what everyone does, and they are federal, so they want to be the ones that comes in and stands up tall and makes decisions and does all the orders and takes all the supplies and distributes those supplies the way they want those supplies distributed. So you can't rely on government, and people see that. People see everything around them. They see it falling apart. They see about the open border, but they still refuse to prepare. They will make all kinds of excuses. They will say that I'm going to wait on the next election to see how things turn out. If we get Trump in, everything will be all right. Before it gets too bad, the rapture will happen, and I will be raptured out of here and taken away without having to suffer. Or, the federal government won't let it get too bad. They'll come in and help. And I put my faith in God, because if I prepare, it shows a lack of faith in God somehow. I've heard all these excuses and a lot more excuses of why people don't prepare. And I just don't get it, because you can look at history, you can look at what's happened recently and what's happened in, further back history with war and famine and economic collapse, natural disaster, and those people suffered. Those people weren't raptured out. God didn't protect those people from what happened, because as a pastor I used to know, he's passed away now years ago, but he used to say it rains on the just and the unjust alike. I mean, it rains, disaster, torment, everything happens in this world to Christians and people who are complete atheists. We're here together and we suffer together. Our reward isn't here on earth. Our protection is in heaven. Our reward is in heaven. So I just don't get it, why people don't prepare. You might believe differently than I do, and that is fine, but that's the way I see things. I see that we have, free will, and it rains on everyone. If you look at Hurricane Helene, I'm sure that a lot of those people that in North Carolina and other places also, but North Carolina was hit the hardest, I'm sure those people would have never thought that they were going to get washed away in a huge flood of biblical proportions, pretty much. Their houses taken off the foundation and moved, 2 miles down to somewhere else. Their car turned over, their family members missing, dead, their whole community completely destroyed. And a lot of those people, if you'd have told a lot of those same people, a month ago that they need to get prepared because something might happen, they need to have a bug-out plan ready to get out of there to save their lives and to save their property and try to prepare for this, they would have laughed. Majority of them would have had, unfortunately, because they would have thought he was a nut. But here we are. It happened. And others would have said, God will protect me. Put my faith in God. There was lots of Christians in that area, no doubt. Lots of firm-believing, church-going Christians wiped away. So these excuses people use just don't make any sense to me. But I want you all watching my channel, if you're watching my channel, then prepping is something you want to do, something that you're interested in, and you see the need for. There'll be a few people, that will come in on the videos that aren't subscribed, that aren't regular subscribers, and they will leave comments. But the vast majority of you all know the importance of getting prepared and prepping. And you're doing, some. And some of you all are probably doing a lot. But I want you to take what we're seeing going on now to light a fire under your rear end or under your feet, as the saying goes, to get you moving to go all in, prep harder, do everything that you can, because the world is definitely falling apart. If you look at everything going on right now around the world, we have what's going on in the Middle East with Israel and Iran, Hezbollah. That has a huge potential to break out into World War III. We have Russia involved there also because of Syria and their bases there. And Russians are also in Iran, actually, too. And they're manning some of those anti-aircraft, anti-missile weapon systems in Iran, or so I've read. So, they could get struck by Israel, which could bring Russia into this war in the Middle East also. We've had what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. You got North Korea, South Korea. It's going to, in my opinion, World War III is a definite. It's going to happen. Probably within the next, it's happening right now, but these wars don't start usually as a world war. If you look at the first two we've had, it started out just like this right now. It's happening right now. It starts out smaller and it grows and grows and grows until the next thing you know, the whole world pretty much is involved. And that's going to, the United States is completely dependent, on foreign nations for imports. Just about everything we get here is imported. And if we have a third world war, all those imports, a majority will stop. So where are we going to get our supplies at? If you're not stocked up, you're going to be screwed. And it's going to happen. The port workers' strike that happened a few days ago, it happened. Everyone went out and bought toilet paper, paper towels. And then a couple of days later, they called it off or postponed it until after the election. So they're going to wait till after the presidential election is over with, or this election is over with, and go back on strike. More than likely, that's going to be more issues. People see that. People should know that, but you still won't prepare. And we see, this other hurricane now that's coming in to hit Florida. All these home insurance prices are going to go sky high. Home values are going to go down. Insurance prices are going to go up. People are going to lose their homes. And I think a lot of that's by design, actually. But that's a whole nother video. But still, yeah, with everything going on, the open border, crime going up, inflation, the national debt, division in the country, people still won't prepare. But I want you all to use what we're seeing now and what has happened as a way to get motivated, to do more. I mean, I know a lot of y'all are doing all you can do, and if you're doing what you can do, or all you can do, that's all you can do, obviously. But if you can do more, pick it up, because it's going to get worse. Look around. Look at all the signs. Look at everything going on right now. I mean, really, it's obvious. It's going to get much, much worse. If you have, something that you don't use, that you can sell. If you have a bass boat that you use once or twice every summer, every spring, fall, summer, and you use that bass boat to go out and go fishing, and just sitting there the rest of the time, you can sell that. And take that money that you sell that bass boat for and go buy preps. If you have, a camper trailer in your yard you never use, that can actually be a survival item in itself, because you have the 12-volt system set up. You have refrigerators that runs on propane. You have propane cooking stoves that can be used for prepping. But if you have one and you have other backups in your home for power and cooking and things, maybe you can sell that and buy more survival gear, buy more food storage. If you have, a motorcycle that it just sits in the garage, and you haven't ridden in several years, you can sell that. Try to figure out how you can save money to put that money on preps. What you have that you don't use, you can sell. I mean, there's lots of things that people have, usually, that they don't use. That's just fun items, that they can convert those fun items into cash and take that cash to buy food storage, for example, to buy firearms, ammunition, spare magazines, prepping survival gear. Get ready, learn skills, and use everything going on right now, everything that we see going on right now, as a motivation to get you going, to make you realize it's a matter of life and death. Prepping is a matter of life and death. And you can use I mean, if it helps, you can write a list out of all the things going on right now in the world that could affect your life dramatically, that could affect your community. Write those down, and every morning you want to get up and look at that list of all these things. Inflation, the economy, war, natural disasters, open border. Write all these things down. Do a brainstorming session and think about all the problems, all the things that could affect you and your family, your community, your state, the country directly. Write those down. And use that to get motivated. Look at that list every morning to get yourself motivated to prep harder. I don't know what else to say, guys. It's amazing to me that so many people refuse to prepare still yet. And, I can talk to people about prepping, and they use every excuse. Every excuse seems like why they don't prep, why they can't prep, why they refuse to prep. And guys, it's not all about, buying survival gear. It's also about learning skills. It's about putting in critical infrastructure, on your property if you still have a property. Putting in, raised beds for gardens. Maybe working your soil if you want to plant directly in the ground and not use raised beds. Building that soil up, putting compost down. You can get leaves out of your yard more than likely. You can get free fertilizer like horse manure, cow manure, chicken manure on different farms more than likely around your area. You can get that, go get that pretty much for free if you just shovel it out of the stalls and out of the coops and out of the fields. Take that, put that in your garden area, build that up, till that up. It doesn't cost a whole lot. You can grow a lot of food. Get seeds, learn skills, buy books. Just do something, because it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And you still have people, mostly trolls I think, but they'll come on these prepping channels and say, "You've been talking about this for years and nothing has ever happened." Look around. Tell those people in North Carolina that nothing has never happened when their town is completely destroyed. Tell the people that suffered throughout history. Tell the people who go to the supermarket and look at something, a food item that they want and their kids want, and they can't afford to buy that, and they put it back on the shelf to buy something cheaper. That nothing ever happens. Tell those people that, and I'd say they would disagree. Anyways, guys, I really had nothing to say as far as any bullet points for this video. I just came out here, got this camera, this little microphone here, put this thing on, and just started talking to the camera about what I was feeling this morning. A lot of people think that we make these videos and stuff just to make, a few dollars. If I wanted to make money, I wouldn't be in the prepping niche. I would be talking about something else. The prepping niche isn't one to make a lot of money. I mean, some people probably do. I mean, there's a few channels that get somehow 200,000 views and a lot of ad revenue and things like that. But as far as if I personally wanted to make a lot of money doing videos, I wouldn't be putting myself out there talking about prepping, because it's dangerous, actually. Talking about the news and things like that, 'cause that's dangerous too, because you can build up a channel and then you say the wrong thing and YouTube delete your channel. If I was in this for the money and just trying to make money, I'd be talking about how to make money online. I'd be talking about relationships, health and fitness, electronics and gadgets and things like that. I won't be talking about prepping. You can make a lot more money telling people how to make money, selling courses and things like that, than you can talking about prepping. My books sell. I have 5 books, and usually I will sell 2 or 3 books a day. And I make maybe $3 or $4 a copy, depending on the book. That's my own profit. So, $5, $6, $10, $12 on my books a day. It's helps a little bit, and I appreciate it, but I'm not getting rich on this. If I wanted to make money, I would have a channel about making money online. I put together a course of how to make money online doing my system, and I would charge $200 for that course, $275 for that course. And if I sold 1,000 copies of that course, 1,000 memberships a year, I've been making $300,000 just off the course. That's how you make money online. not talking about prepping. If you're talking about prepping, usually it's because you care about people and you want to help people to get more prepared because you feel like it's your mission to do that. But still yet so many people say, you just talk about this and all this fear-mongering to make money. No, that's not what it is at all. I want people to prepare, to get ready, because I see the writing on the wall. I see how bad things have been in the past, but I also see what's going to happen in the future by looking at what's happening now. So use that as motivation. Like I said, make that list. Put on that list the things that's happened in history, the top 10 things that happened in history that's affected people the most, like the Great Depression here in the United States, World War II, just different things that's happened in the past, different famines, wars, economic issues and things. Write those top 10 down on your list and write down, what's happening now and how you think it's going to affect you in the future in another part of that list, and use that as motivation to get going, to get moving, to prepare more. Look around your property, see what you have that you can sell. If you can take on a second job, if you can get some extra money to buy, survival food, firearms, ammunition, tools, vegetable seeds, first aid supplies, put back, your own extra medical supplies and things. Do what you can. Get any money you can, sell anything you can, do what you can to get prepared. This video's getting too long. I'm starting to ramble on now. I want to drive the point home that more than likely, most people have things they can sell, things they can do. They may have some extra time you can use to take on a part-time job, put that money towards more preps. But do something to get prepared, and like I said, use what's happened in the past, what's happening now, and what you see happening in the future as motivation to get moving, to go all in. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore Matter, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.